He's won 10 of 25, 3 of 7 over this trip. Was 6th behind Fernando Gomez and 4th behind Yachi Bale the run prior. $6 Idolize, who's won 25 of 54, 4 of 11 over this trip. And she is coming off a third at Sale. $8.50 Shimmer Current next best with Morton at $5. Morton won 3 in a row before third here to Crackerjack Bull last time out. An intriguing heat. Heat 6, race 10. Favourite in the pink. They're set. Ready. Racing. Postman Pat only fair to begin. There was good speed, Heffernan Vale, and also Idolize. He's flying over, and Idolize is going to lead to the first turn. Up to second goes Petzl Bale, trying to get through. Postman Pat got chopped out. Going up the track, Mapunga Smoky, and Morton got it up to third. Postman Pat's out of play. It's Idolize the leader. 2 in front of Petzl Bale. Morton third. Running on strongly was Akina Jack. It's Idolize in front, trying to hold off Petzl Bale and Morton in the straight. It's Idolize. Mums into the final. Idolize won it. Beat home Morton. Third in was Akina Jack. Fourth home was on the inside of Petzl Bale ahead of Heffernan Bale. Then came Mapunga Smoky. Postman Pat never in it. Last in Shimmer Current. It's 29 and 71.
Tell you what, Idolize is a seriously special greyhound. She's come back from a litter of pups. That performance is off the charts. I know the time's not that quick, but that doesn't matter because she found her way to the front and she just showed what a big heart she has.
Got a big heart. All you can do is win, and that's what she's doing. That's what she did. So I'm still, very excited.
For those that are sitting in their living rooms at home, can you tell us how much time she had off and what it sort of took to get her back to the track?
I think she had about 8-9 months off, and it took a lot of work, a lot of preparation. So she's done fantastic since she's come back, but a lot of work.
Well, I'll tell you what, I can see how special it is to you. I know your heart is absolutely pumping.
All credit goes to her. I mean, she just does it herself. We help her, but she does it herself, so the credit goes to her.
Well, you say that, and people might think that you're just being humble and you're saying, but she obviously showed you that she wanted to come back racing because otherwise you wouldn't have brought her back.
No, well, that's what I was saying. It was a big decision to bring her back, so, and I'll worry about it when she goes around, but it's great when she's out in front. It's sort of, just hope she holds on. But yeah, I think the track was a little bit wet, but she's got a lot to make up, but she's there. So who knows? We'll have a bit of fun for the week, and next week we're here.
What box do you want?
Any box, as long as it's a good box for her. I mean, as long as around her there's no pace. I mean, she's got pace, but I mean, if she can draw inside, that'd be fantastic.
All right, well, good luck. Go and say good day to the family because I reckon there'll be plenty of happy connections there. Well done. Yeah, I could hear him scream.
Well done to Connections there. Idolize. Geez, you'd love box 3 next week in the final. She's now 6 from 6 from box 3. And Supermum, we heard it from Kat Ernst pre-race. Kat, if you can hear us, we'll come back down to you. Just how hard is it to get a dog who's just had a litter of her own back to the races in the form that she's in?
They just don't do it, Dan. Even with a 5th grader, you just don't hear of it happening all that often. They're normally, once they're retired to the breeding barn, that's it. They're done. Their racing career's over, and they're on a couch for the rest of their life. But hearing from the team a couple months back when they brought her back, she just wasn't settling into the retired life and kept showing them that she wanted to be a race dog. And she's just absolutely incredible to not only do what she's to come back from being retired and having the pups, but to come back and to make a Melbourne Cup final. We're talking about a dog that was already a Group 1 winner. She won the National Futurity up at Wentworth Park. And I think she might have won a Sapphire Crown down here at Sandown Park before she had the pup. So we're talking about a group class dog to then retire, have the pups, just say to our owners and trainers in our own little way, I'm not ready to be retired yet, just bring me back. And yeah, God love her, she's absolutely done them proud tonight.
Oh, she most certainly has. That's win 26 at start 55, and she's just won her Connections a spot in next week's Melbourne Cup. So she owes them absolutely nothing, and she's just toughed it out to take the win. Morton's run a very game second. Akina Jack's gotten into third, and geez, for the followers of Postman Pat, Don, that was a horror show from start to finish, unfortunately, with him.
More hearts broken here. Of course, Postman Pat was clearly the best backed runner. It was a late firm at $3 into $2.70 with tab fixed odds. And that is another favourite rolled, unfortunately. So Idolize, all credits to the winner, and of course that magic number 3, box number 3.
Yep.
Saying that, I appreciate they want a low box or a good box. Box number 3 would be great. Did win from box number 8 a couple of starts back at this same track over 5:15 too.
Exactly.
So clearly a runner that might have been overlooked by the tab too, because to get 650 or as much as in the $8 range even, seemed to be way over the odds.
Well, look at her here. She's done a lot tougher things than running around Sandown Park, that's for sure, and she's now into the Melbourne Cup next week. So I think regardless of where she places next week, I think the Connections can walk away with a massive smile on their face. They've got a whole litter of pups, thanks to Idolize as well, back at home. So it's just a fantastic story, and this is what we love about these big race series. There's stories left, right and centre. It would have been fantastic to see Postman Pat in the final, but if you're not good enough on the heats night, you're not good enough at the moment to be in the field, unfortunately, for next week. So he just got chopped out left, right and centre. So it hasn't been the night for the Thompsons as of yet. They still have a couple of chances, but unfortunately some of these big name dogs we're not going to be seeing in the Cup next week, but in their place we see some very good stories and some very handy dogs.
Might be a question for Kat when we get her next time, but if you're part of the Connections with Big Energy, you have just been the most comprehensive winner on the program so far tonight, and you're seeing some of these big names get rolled who were considered to be the main dangers in that race and really prominent in the market, the futures market for the Melbourne Cup. Are you licking your lips, or are you nervous about the calibre of a couple that could surprise like Idolize did tonight?
That's definitely a question that I'm sure Kat will have a better answer to. I think on face value, you are licking your lips because some of these fantastic greyhounds, they are getting beaten. They're getting beaten comfortably. And the times that they're running, I think that's the key. 29.71 was just the time there, and we saw a very, very quick time with Big Energy earlier in the night. So this is where it'll get even more interesting once this final field's released. There she is with the massive Connections there with Idolize, and she's give her plenty of pats, guys. She certainly earns it, super mum, and can't wait to see what she does in the final next week. But Don, we've got 2 more races to come, 2 more heats for the Melbourne Cup and 2 more dogs to take their place in the final next week. Victor Damien heads the betting for the next.
It's a little easy though. In fact, very easy. It was as short as $1.95 in the early trade. Now $2.70. Scalacci on the second line of betting is $3.80, now $3.50. Tim Zoo, third line, $7 it was. It's now $7.50. There's Crackerjack Boom, who was as much as $19, is now a $7.50 hope. Also shares the line there with Kane Bale, and then Quebec Bale is the first of those in double figures, having opened at 19, is now there at 12. But I can tell you Scalacci is best backed with a tab, ahead of Victor Damien and Crackerjack Boom.
And Quebec Bale as well, I've mentioned, start number 100 for him tonight. So best of luck to the Grenfell Kennel. Maybe he can win your way into the Melbourne Cup next week. We'll find out in about 13 minutes' time. Stay with us on Sky Racing Active. We'll have the preview for race number 11 shortly.